Welcome back to phase three of building a business Facebook page. So we've created a Facebook page. We titled it IHA Demo. Excuse me. It's a Facebook page for an Ice House America demo site. So the IHA Demo, as well as the handle here, represent that. And we posted this picture and a little bit of content, and we even added a comment down below. So now we want to boost this. And the reason we would want to boost it, let's say that it's received engagement. We've had quite a bit of interaction, people putting comments in place, asking where you're located, asking you things about the quality of your ice, and you've responded back and forth on your comments. And now you're saying, okay, it's about time for Super Bowl. People are going to be doing Super Bowl parties, so let's expand the audience that will see this beyond our friends, or maybe even friends and the friends of the friends. This is going to go to a group of people in a certain area. That's what I'm choosing to do with this one. But as we get in, we'll see the different options that we have. So we're going to click the little boost button. So on the right hand side of the panel, you're going to see what this looks like on a desktop. See, it says desktop news feed. If you were to click on the mobile news feed, it simply shows you what it would look like if displayed on a mobile device. So this right hand panel is all about what it's going to look like. The left panel lets you configure what this ad is going to do for you and how it's going to do it. The first thing right here at the top of the page is you get to find the objective. And the objective in this case, that's already by default, is engagement. It's saying you're looking for reactions, you're looking for comments, you're looking for shares. Now you can change that by clicking on the change button, and here's another option for you. You want messages. You want to engage and chat with your potential customers. This is around messaging at the bottom. This one is around engagement or comments. So I'm going to leave it as it is, save it, and go on. So the objective has, now you can change this at a later date before you send it. You can even go in after the fact and you can change your objective. But for now, your objective is defined. Now this is if you wanted to add a button. One that I use often that'll send people over to my website or to my product page if I want to show them something about the water or about the ice, the filtration system or something like that, would be a learn more button, and you get to put in a website address, a URL, sending them over to find that information. For now, I'm going to leave this particular one without a button. The next thing that you get to define is your audience. At this point, we're saying, hey, we want to target people that we choose in a certain area, and we want to define that and tell Facebook everything that we want within that. So right now it's already defined, but we want to edit it. So we're going to go in here, we're going to click this, and we're going to tell it anything and everything we want to about this particular audience. So by default it goes to all. We could pick men or women. I'm going to leave it as it is for all, and I'm going to narrow this a little bit because I'm making it a little bit older, and I'm going to make the upper age a little bit younger, simply because I know that in doing this over and over and over, this is the group of people that come to my website. I would leave it wide until you have yours defined, and it just lets you target your responsive group more accurately. And in this case, it defaults to the state of Texas. Well, that wouldn't be fair. I would be telling people 500 miles away. They would never come to my ice house. So what I would like to do is I want to define an address. Now I'm going to pick an address that is one of my known locations. It's Rose Lane in Frisco. And I tell it to search for it. It'll find that address, and it defaults to 10 miles. So here's my circle, 10 miles around the address that I told it. Now that may be encroaching upon somebody else's ice house, so I would want to click this button right here, go in and define that down to about 4 miles, keep from stepping on anybody else's trade area agreement. If that is not an issue in your area, then you don't have to worry about it. But it also kind of lets you define your potential audience size, and some people don't come to our ice houses if they're over 4 or 5 miles away anyway, but let you tailor it a little bit more closely. So that's our audience, if you will, location area. Now we get to come down and give it a little bit more precise information. What about demographics? What about interest? What about behaviors? And as you can see, you can browse this area for demographics. Let me do that one more time. So if you click on this little icon right here, it says education, finance, parents, political. You can divide by those things, or you can define it by interest, business, entertainment, and these even allow you to drill down into them a little further. Or you can just simply type in a keyword here. For instance, we might be talking, since we're doing a Super Bowl, we could do national football. Let's see if it finds anything for us. There's the National Football League. Now, notice when I click on this, how it will change this number right here. So the National Football League drops me from 56,000 to 12,000. So that is a little too narrow. Now I could add other things, but for now I'm simply going to pull it out. I'm going to give us the largest audience possible and leave it as is. You could exclude other people if you don't want it to go to a specific person and or with a certain interest. You just overlook them. But for now, we've defined our area, our age, and our interest, which we haven't added, or if you will, throttled it down by using any interest. We're going to save that, and that's our new audience that we're targeting. Okay, now I come down to my budget. Right now I've got $25 defined in here, and it asks me how long do I want to run that for. If it's one day, it's going to use up all of that money in one day. If it's 7 days, it's simply going to divide it up. But because the Super Bowl is only a few days away, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to tell it we don't want to go any further than February the 4th. And now it takes my $25 and it divides that, and it says you're going to spend $8.33 a day. It's already got a credit card defined, and we're ready to go. And that is all we have to do to boost our post as an ad, a paid ad, and go out into the community further than we would have had by going to our friends. Now, just as an example, I could have on the previous page said, instead of going to any of these defined audiences, I might have wanted to go only to the friends, or only friends and friends of friends. But you would have the ability to select those on the previous screen. But for now, that's it. I click the boost button and I wait to see if it's approved. Sometimes it's a minute or two. Let's see, extend the duration of abuse post to 7 days. I do not want to do that. And now it's in review. See this right here? And I'll wait, and it could be less than 60 seconds. It could be 15 minutes. So for now, I'm just going to leave it in that stage. Oh, I just got the email, and it says, good news, your boosted post has been approved. And it gives me a link that I can go over and take a look at it. So that's it for now. I close this and go back to my original window. So here is the post that we had earlier, and look what it just told me. It's been boosted today, it's boosted to this address, and it finishes in 3 days. And if I wanted to see the results, I simply click there. But because it's just gone out there, there's nothing for me to see. Now I can add money to this, I can go over and look at the results, I can edit this, I can stop it at any time, I can make any change I want to. I can even delete it and it's all gone away instantaneously. And I will do that because this is a bogus site, so there's not any reason for me to be spending money for people to come and see something that is really not there. So that's it. Thank you very much. You've gone through phase 3 now. We've created the page in 3 minutes. We did a post in about 2.5 minutes, and this one actually took us 8 minutes to complete. That's it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.